The T-test is a test that measures lateral, forward, and backward agility, quickness, change of direction, speed, and the ability to accelerate and decelerate and move laterally. It takes 4 cones, one measuring 10 meters to the first one, and then 2 on either side measuring 5 meters. Participants are required to sprint from the start cone as fast as possible and touch the starting cone number 1 with the right hand, shuffling left, touching the far cone with their left hand, shuffling all the way right to the far cone, touching that with their right hand, and again touching the middle with their left cone and pedaling backwards to the finish. It is important to make sure participants are keeping a low center of gravity, going as fast as they possibly can, and not crossing their legs as they shuffle, and touching each cone with the correct hand. Dennis's time was 15.72 seconds. Forwards came out at 8.84 seconds, and centers came out at 9.37 seconds for D1 basketball athletes. The 10-meter sprint has 2 cones set up 10 meters apart. Participants are required to run as fast as they possibly can from one cone to the other. This tests acceleration speed, explosive power, and low body strength. It is important to make sure they start at a low explosive stance, pushing hard with their back leg, and running as fast as possible. Dennis's time was 1.86 seconds, point guards were 1.74, and center 2.0 seconds, compared with elite national basketball athlete means. The 300-yard shuttle requires 2 different cones set 25 yards apart and requires 6 round trips there and back. This test measures anaerobic endurance, repeated sprint ability, and lower body power endurance. It is important to remind the athlete to pace themselves, focus on quick, efficient turns, and keeping their upper body relaxed as they make these turns. You must maintain steady breathing rhythm and make sure your pace doesn't get burnt out. It is 6 round trips. Here's Dennis showing us how you run there and back, always touching the line each time you go. Dennis's results were 1 minute and 17.36 seconds. Compared to D3 college athlete football means, this with defensive backs coming in at 58.4 seconds and linemen at 64.4 seconds. Next is the hexagon test. This requires 6 sides, each 2 inches, 120 degrees. This test measures foot speed, coordination, multi-directional ability, balance, and directional ability. You can use tape, chalk, other devices to form a hexagon in the ground. The athlete stands in the middle and jumps 2 feet over each side and does 3 full rotations. It is important to make sure the athlete does not touch the line and does not jump with 1 foot, but jumps with 2 feet for 3 full times around without touching the line. Here's Dennis providing an example of this test. Dennis's time was 16.02 seconds. Compared to professional basketball athlete means, the forwards came in at 12.30 seconds and centers at 12.40 seconds. It is important to stay light on your feet, keep your core engaged, and jump with 2 feet without touching the line. Also, the hexagon test is performed clockwise. The vertical jump test is a test measuring lower body explosive power and vertical leap ability. The vanes measure distance. The red veins are 6 inches apart, the blue veins measure 1 inch, and the white veins measure half an inch. The standing reach height is the athlete's full extended arm reach from the ground to the lowest vein. Then the veins are straightened. Make sure the veins are straightened. You saw Dennis doing his standing reach height, and here are the colors of the veins. Now you will see him jump as far as he possibly can. It is important to squat low and to jump as high as possible. We did 2 trials to make sure that this was the most accurate we could possibly get it. You then minus his standing reach height from his highest jump, and that is his results. Dennis's standing reach height was 7.6 feet. His jump trial for the first one was 8.73 feet, and his last one was 8.9 feet. This measured from 8.9 feet minus 7.6 feet came out to 1.35 feet, or 16.2 inches. Forwards came in at 27.37 and centers at 25.72 against the NBA. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this.